Crypto billionaire S69 coming back at you guys with another in-depth analysis on Dogelon Mars. This is a very urgent and important video, so stick around to the end to access all this knowledge and position yourself to make the most amount of money in the future. Let's get into the overall market so we have a general understanding of what's going on before we get into Dogelon Mars. So Bitcoin has dipped again below this $83,000 level. Volume in the last 24 hours is down 27%. This is all temporary stuff, but we're going to go ahead and draw out some very important major levels on Bitcoin. So if we draw out fibs, from swing low to swing high, we're hitting the 0.5s with this last swing. Okay, now best case scenario is it comes down to these 79,000s and then bounces off right now. So that being said, this 80K is a very, very important level of support. And if we break through that, we're most likely going to head all the way back down to the 73Ks. Okay? Keep in mind, a lot of people are long. A lot of people bought here and are still long, FOMOing in at the tops. That's how most retail traders do it. That's not how we do it here. We get in at the bottoms and then ride it to the tops and get out. And that's what we've been doing with Dogelon Mars for a long time now, churning our portfolios. So, in the meantime, on the downside, we have the 80K, very important level of support. The 77K is a very minor level of support. We're probably going to break through this quite easily if we break through these 80K levels and come down to the 73Ks. On the downside, that's what it's looking like now. On the flip side, if we see a green candle push higher, our first level of confirmation is a break above this 87,000. That's a good sign, indicating we are almost reversing trend. And then our next level, breaking to the upside, will be anywhere above this $88,000 level. That will indicate that we are headed up to that $100,000 level, and our bags in pretty much every coin is going to pump really, really juicy. So, yeah, moving up to the 100K level, of course, you have a 94 level of resistance. You have a 99 level of resistance, and then, of course, you have the all-time highs. However, right now we're in a pivotal moment because we've seen let me draw it out here. We're coming to this little closure here. So if it breaks below this 80K level, we're dumping. If it bounces at this 80K level and it comes back up to these 87s, we're pumping. So very gonna stay patient, but right now the volume is tapering off, as you can see down here. And despite all the good news we've seen in the crypto markets recently, we're still seeing a dump to the downside. So stay patient and stay resilient, because eventually it will pump up to around, my guess is these $148,000 levels. And if you want to know how I choose my levels, which are pretty dang accurate all the time, email me at mycryptomoves@gmail.com and I'll send you a technical analysis course, because it's pretty in-depth and we don't have time for that right now. However, let's get into Elon. So now we know the overall market structure. If it pumps, everything else will pump. If it dumps, everything else will dump. But in Elon, I sent out a sell alert around these 17s, exactly at this top here, within the last 7 days. So if you're in the Patreon and you got that sell alert and you decided to sell some bags, congratulations, you made the right decision. Of course, it's not financial advice, simple opinions from a crypto billionaire. However, if you're not on the Patreon, go ahead and join it. The link is in the description. But this is exactly why I sent out that sell alert, is because we're coming down to these major levels of support at the moment. And that is exactly what we were planning on the entire time. So, the only thing that's stopping me from averaging back in right here at these beautiful levels of support is Bitcoin coming up to that cross, that flag pattern. It's either going to break up or it's going to break down. Now, the thing is, if it breaks up, Dogelon Mars is going to shoot really fast. If it breaks down, Dogelon Mars will also shoot down pretty fast as well. But what is our next level of support? If we break through here, our next level of support will be around this 1181 level. Now, this is no-brainer. I'm averaging in full port with everything I have, because every time we've came back down and touched these levels recently, we've pump from 1118 all the way up to this level here, which was 14, all the way up to 16. So, that's like 40-50% move. And if we see another one like this, that's a 300% move or thereabouts, around 260%, 2.6x on the money. If we see another move like we saw here, and we're in at the 1118s, also sent an alert out right here at the very, very top. I remember I was in the library and I was like, holy crap, I got to post a Patreon. 66, that's around a 6.4x move right there. So I do think we'll be breaking up here. The main reason I say that is Dogelon Mars, not only is it a really good coin with a really good community that they haven't rugged, the liquidity's locked, which is good. That means they can't rug it as easily. The whales who are holding this coin, at least. And it's been on the market for a long time. If you look at all the meme coins blowing up right now, they're very new. Very, very new. But eventually, there's going to be a hell of a lot. Now, don't tell anyone this. Just take this in mind, okay? There's going to be a hell of a lot of smart money that's made their money in the pump and dump rug scam meme coins culture that's going on right now. All these Solana meme coins. If you don't know about it, pretty much what happens is on Solana chain, you can make your own coin, and a bunch of people are making their own coin, and it's just about hype. But eventually, all the people who made a hell of a lot of money in meme coins, someone's going to come together and look for a nice, stable coin to push to the freaking moon in this next bull run. And my money is on Dogelon Mars. And the main reason I say that is we've seen this thing on the market even before 21. Okay, this is just when it got on CoinMarketCap. It's been here for a long time. It's looking like SHIB charts, right? Now, keep in mind, SHIB was basing around $1 billion before it blew up and hit that like $60-70 billion mark, 70x or so. So if we're going to see the same X factors here, if we're basing around 100 million right now, 50, 100 million, then we could see this thing easily break this and go all the way up around, way up here, which can be a 70x from 100 million is, what is that, guys? 7 billion, I believe. A $7 billion market cap. This was like a 1.67. So yeah, along the ways, the biggest thing that I'm focused on along the way, and the biggest thing I urge you guys to focus on, isn't just buying as much as you can, but it's about getting in at the best price you can. Because right now we have opportunity to do that. We don't have these opportunities all the time. We've only had this type of opportunity that we're seeing right now. In the past 3 years, we've had it 1 time, 2 times. This is the 3rd time. And then, of course, when the coin first came out, that was the 4th time. We've only seen this 4 times in the last 3 or so years. So keep that in mind, guys. because these levels that we're coming to, every time it's come down and touched these, we've seen a major pump. And not only are these major pumps, but we haven't even seen a major pump when smart money decides to put their money in a more stable coin that's been on the market a while, that they know is not going to be a scam or a rug pull, and they can actually make a good play. And with the media and all that, they have the media under control. So I do think it's just a matter of time before someone comes and decides to group together with their buddies that they've been pumping and dumping all these things together with and pump the shiz out of this thing. But the good news for us is we're really early. So if you have money still sitting aside, or if you're holding around these levels here, then that's really good. I know some of you guys said you were holding around the $50 million market cap level, which is around these levels as well, which is good. Now, if you didn't sell at all in these last pumps, I want to urge you and ask you why. Why didn't you sell? Like, yes, we're gonna go to the moon. It's just a matter of time, but all these little pumps is money in the bank that you can churn your portfolio and buy in more with. Because most of the time, these pumps, as we've seen, are just temporary. So keep that in mind moving into the future. And that's why I urge you guys to join the Patreon. So you don't have to keep your eyes on the charts, and you don't really have to think about it. You can just look at the alerts. Of course, it's not financial advice. It's just what I'm doing in the charts and how I make money, how I churn my portfolio. But yeah, I'm getting ready to full port the crap out of my position back into Dogelon Mars. I'm just waiting at the moment because we're seeing a lot of price action coming down into this 12 level. I do think it can drop a little more before we see a little bounce. I could be wrong, of course, but look at this doji candle down. Normally, a doji candle means it's came down, hit support, which it did, and it's about to reverse. However, with Bitcoin and the uncertainty going on in the markets, we might have a couple more, days before we see a little break to the up or downside on Bitcoin. So I think it's important to be patient. Patience is always a good thing to have when trading, and wait. Be patient and wait, because right now it looks like Bitcoin could start pumping again. So keep that in mind. But yeah, if I do change my mind throughout the rest of the day, I'll be posting that in the Patreon saying, hey, I'm buying here. So if you're not in the Patreon, click the link in the description to get started. There are a bunch of different options depending on what you need, from one-on-one coaching to private community to daily alerts to learn while you earn to technical analysis courses, and so on and so on and so on. There's no reason why you should not be making money in these markets moving into the future. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this for the rest of the day and look for a very nice entry because a pump should be coming soon. Now, if you look at the overall market, we're going to go ahead. If you guys are still watching at this point, congrats to you. I salute you and your dedication to making money in these markets. But Tesla is a very strong indicator of what the overall market is doing. So I'm also trading Tesla options on Monday. Last week, I think we made nothing crazy, something like 25%. So it wasn't crazy, but look what it did last week. It went down. How much did it go down? Like 4% or so. This is the last 5 days. So it went, down like 4%, but we made 20% as it went down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But look at this here. The overall market is teetering. If you can see here, it's teetering on the It's very, very important. It's teetering on a trend reversal because it's broken through this downward trend. It's actually respected the downward trend right here. However, it's on the verge. If there's no RSI here, but relative strength index, it's an indicator. It's on the verge. It's starting to curl over. I wish I could show you. Can I? But since it's starting to curl over, what that means is that it's at a very, very crucial point, and we should be able to tell on Monday which way the overall market is gonna go for the rest of the week. Because if it bounces, we're gonna see a push very fast and very hard. If it dumps, we're gonna see a dump very fast and very hard. And right now, it can go either way. So it can go either way because the RSI is in the middle. It's around that 50 level. Now, if you don't know what the heck I'm saying, I very much urge you to email me, mycryptomoods@gmail.com, so I can send you that private YouTube course that goes over all this stuff, because it's very important to know, and it doesn't matter what market you're in, because they all work the same. It's all price action. But it kind of is the same thing with Bitcoin. If you look at the candlesticks here, it's kind of the same thing because, let's see here. You see that RSI level? It's around that 50. It's around 47. And these are the dailies. We're going to go to the 4 hours. The 4 hours looks lower, but it's very, very important. See, okay, so Bitcoin right now, based on the RSI, is looking like it's going to move higher. Simply because, look at this. We saw the same level it hit here. It was here. It was at a higher price before. And then here, it was at a higher price. And the RSI was lower. Here, the price is higher, but the RSI is also higher. Which means we're probably going to see a pump in the near future back up to around this level here, around these 87s. So that will be good news, but then it's a matter of how it acts when it corrects. Of course, this is all very in-depth stuff. This is what I teach you guys in the private course, and it's very, very important stuff too, because I'll try to sum it up for you guys. If it moves up to here and the RSI also moves back up to where it was previously at this price, and then it tanks, and the RSI is moving faster to the downside than it's going to the upside, that's good news, because that means the RSI doesn't need to move down as much so it can correct before moving higher. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't. But what I'm saying is, yeah, if this moves higher, let's say it moves up to this 87,000 and this the RSI doesn't hit the 62 levels where it was at the $87,000 before, but instead it hits around these 48 levels. That means there's way more room to the upside for the price to run before it has to correct, right? That makes sense, right? Good. But this is the thing. If it does come up to here, when it does come up to these 63 levels on the RSI and it needs to correct, and this is all math, this is just how it works. As you can see, every time in the past it comes up to here, it corrects. When it does correct, we want to see it move down really fast, like this, right? It went from 87 down to 82, and the RSI went from 60 all the way freaking down to 30. Like, we want to see a move like that, but with the price being higher, because that indicates it's in an uptrend. So yeah, keep that in mind. That's how you literally trade anything on any type of charts. It works on the 1 minutes too. So it's very important to understand the RSI and price correlation so that you can get in and out at the best moments, and you know when it's about to reverse, or how, like, where it's moving and how the price is reacting as it's either moving higher or as it's moving lower. Because sometimes if the price is moving higher, you can, by looking at the RSI, you can tell when it's about to reverse. Not sometimes, most of the time. Just simply based as it comes up higher, up to here. See, reverse. It didn't really reverse here. Like, this is extremely important because this is showing that it's about to have a trend change to the downside, because it's consolidating, but the RSI is coming all the way back down. Like, it's resetting itself, if that makes any sort of sense. Anyways, that's Bitcoin. Tesla is, doing the same thing. I'm going to wait until Monday. So, yeah. That's about all I got for you guys, I think. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the way to 4,000 subscribers. If you want that free technical analysis course, basic technical analysis course, shoot me an email. It's also in the description. Join up the Patreon for buy and sell alerts, so you don't have to look at the charts, and you can be churning your portfolio like I am. And Crypto Bean is 69. I will catch you guys in the next video. And I'll let you know if I'm averaging back at a Dogelon Mars today, because I just might. I just might. Alright, peace.